1. Impulsivity is seen as exciting. Impulsivity is not the same as spontaneity. When a child witnesses their caregiver acting impulsively, it often walks hand in hand with the caregiver's aggression, rage, emotional instability, and self-serving behavior. As an adult, this type of modeling and conditioning from childhood can generalize to impulsive and self-destructive choices in relationships. For example, a person may impulsively discard a relationship if a fear of abandonment is triggered, or may have a history of using infidelity to control or punish their partner. Similarly, they may have patterns that resonate with pathological behaviors linked to so-called love addiction, where it may be difficult for them to be without a relationship, even if the relationship has proven to be toxic or dangerous. In these situations, impulsive behavior is seen as self-protective to prevent feeling abandoned. Yet it's the type of impulsivity that damages a person's ability to be emotionally present or to develop emotional maturity and accountability for their choices, keeping them chained to this type of pattern. 2. Unpredictability is seen as normal. Children thrive in predictable environments and in knowing their caregivers are emotionally consistent and reliable. However, if unpredictability is learned in childhood, it can generalize in a person's adult life as choosing romantic partners who are inconsistent or who say one thing while doing another. For example, a person may attract partners where their romantic relationships are identified as having high levels of conflict, arguments, or other unpredictable situations. Instead of seeing this as an unsafe situation, many who grow up in chaos find this pattern to be comfortable in their romantic relationships. Their relationships are often riddled with high levels of emotional instability. Partners may not want to repair the relationship after an argument out of fear of the unknown or because they've learned to pair romantic relationships with emotional intensity and unpredictability. 3. Toxic relationships are chosen as comfortable. A hard truth is that a person's adult romantic relationships are often imitations of what was modeled for them in childhood. These patterns become their default adaptations in how they relate to others, what they see as comfortable, and what types of relationships they are unconsciously attracted to. For example, if a child grew up where chaos was common, they may feel comfortable around predatory, emotionally unavailable, unfaithful, or narcissistic partners who use them because such behavior resonates with what was learned as comfortable in their childhood. Others may turn to relationships that are superficial, shallow, or do not require any emotional investment as safe choices, even when it perpetuates their feeling unseen or unheard. 4. Self-betrayal feels familiar. On one hand, parental invalidation in childhood may cause a child to develop a sense of pseudo-independence, where they do not turn to anyone for help, support, or guidance, even when necessary. On the other hand, not having their parents' guidance and support through these developmental stages often lead to a pattern of self-betrayal in their adult lives. For example, if a child has been conditioned to rely on themselves as an adult, they may not recognize their own emotional or safety needs that are lacking, which puts them at greater risk of attracting toxic, abusive, or narcissistic relationships, perpetuating a cycle of self-betrayal where their needs continue going unmet. Many who find themselves in this pattern also express higher levels of people-pleasing or fawning behaviors that resonate with self-betrayal. Like a